So, wait to Discipoli. This is Mr. Turner. I'm sorry I can't be with you today. I have a JV football game, so I'm probably on the bus right now, or maybe even in the first quarter of the game as you're looking at this review passage. So, if you have your textbook open to page 45, or if you have your translation attempt at the few sentences at the end of chapter 5, Thermopylae, a soldier's humor. Now, if you're familiar at all with the story of the 300 Spartans who fought off the Persian forces at Thermopylae, or the movie 300 that came out in 2007, this might ring a little true. Okay, now these are Greeks, these are Spartans who spoke and wrote in Greek and fought against Persians who spoke and wrote in Persian. Okay, but we have it here in Latin because this is Latin class. Okay, I put a clip from the movie 300 in Canvas, so my recommendation is either to watch it prior to translating this or to watch it after. Okay, or reviewing this translation. So here we go. Noster exercitus, our army. Okay, exercitus is a fourth declension noun, in the nominative singular here. So if we just have, our army est magnus, our army is great in the sense that it's big, it's large. Our army is big, Persian said. Inquit there means to say. All right. Inquit is a word that indicates direct speech. So when you see quotation marks in Latin, it's likely that you'll also see the word inquit or some form of inquit nearby. Okay. Our army is big. Our army is large, a Persian said. And he's still speaking here. Et and propter, because of, on account of, because of numerum sagittarum, because of the numerum, because of the number of our arrows, non videbitis, you all will not see the caelum, the sky. Okay? Our arrows are so numerous they blot out the sun. Okay? Was another way of saying it. Then alakada tum means then, and then Lacedaemonios. Lacedaemonios is another word for Spartan. So a Spartan replies, right? Respondet. What does he say? He replies, in umbra, in the shade. Therefore, we shall or will fight. So this version attempts to scare the Greek, the Spartan, by saying the number of our arrows will blot out the sun. You won't be able to see the sky. This quick response from Stelios, this is the name of the Spartan who has said that, according to Herodotus, says, we will have to do our fighting in the shade, which is a great reply. Et Leonidas. And Leonidas, or Leonidas if you're British, and Leonidas, you can just translate that as his name. And this is in a positive phrase, right? Rex, the king of the Spartans, exclaims, shouts, right? He exclaims. What does he shout? Pugnate cum animis. Sorry about that. Pugnate cum animis. Fight, right? Plural imperative. He's trying to encourage his soldiers. Fight with spirits, right? Fight with all of your might, we might say. Fight with your full spirits. Spartans, okay? Lacedaemoni there is a vocative case, okay? Vocative case. He's speaking to his soldiers. Fight with your spirit, Spartan. Today, among the dead, perhaps. Sorry about that, folks. I'm not sure how to disable that. But today, among the dead, I'm going to bring this down for this Latin here. Let me just put that out. today, among the dead, apud in feros, among the dead, perhaps we will dine. In the movie, Leonidas, played by Gerald Butler, says, in much more spirited way than I can, he says, "Tonight we dine in hell." The 300 Spartans went to Thermopylae knowing that they wouldn't come back. They went to Thermopylae knowing that each one of them was going to die. They knew that, and they still went because they felt that their duty as Spartans and as warriors was to delay the Persians' assault on mainland Greece for enough time to get the Athenian navy in place so that it was a fair fight. So this is a pretty remarkable story, one of the most famous military stories in all of human history. And Leonidas and the rest of the Spartans were happy to die for their country. So pretty intense stuff. So go over this, make corrections in your translations, be prepared to submit this when we return, whichever day that might be, and then get moving with the rest of the assignments in Canvas. Don't be afraid to take a look at that scene from 300. Bit violent in a few spaces, so hopefully you can stomach it. But it's a neat scene, and the gentleman who does say Shaftar fighting in the shade is an actor named Michael Fassbender, whose role in 300 was kind of before he took off. Okay, so it came out in 2007. He had a few roles before that, but now he's one of the most sought-after actors in Hollywood, believe it or not. Okay, I will see you during our next class meeting. Valete discipuli.